To see fellow Africans coming together for a good cause. From Kenya to Tanzania, all in East Africa, working together. There's nothing that's more powerful than that. We now welcome to the conversation an African king, that is J. Roy, who is an African artist and is right here on Africa at Play to come and tell us about his story. J. Roy, a very good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Africa at Play.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. I'm also greeting the listeners at home. My name is Upegi Temba, also known as J. Roy. That's my stage name. I'm an artist, producer, videographer, cinematographer, editor, scriptwriter. I do almost everything.
Who's doing everything when you're busy talking to me right now?
No, if actually for now I don't have people who are gonna be working on my behalf. As soon as I leave the studio or I leave my room or whatever, everything stops.
Wow.
You know, because I produce my own music, I write my own lyrics, I do my own vocal production, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I do everything for myself. So I'm working on getting people who are going to be actually representing me when I'm not available.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm actually from Orange Farm, which is a township located in the south of Johannesburg.
But I like the fact that you are diverse, you are able to do it all, because also if you rely on people who could easily let you down, then you are stuck, because you've got to handle whatever issues they are giving you because you can do it yourself. But when you can do it yourself, it's a lot better. Easier. Why is it important to be diverse like you are?
My name is J. Roy. It speaks about what you just said.
Oh, yeah?
Just rely on yourself.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
J. Roy.
I love it.
So the reason why I'm doing all these on myself, it's because somehow you'll find that you'll have a person that's going to assist you on doing something. Then people can betray you and turn their backs on you, only to find out that you cannot do certain things on yourself or by yourself. So for an example, if I cannot produce beats for myself, if I find people who are doing beats and then they turn their backs on me, who's going to do it for me?
Good knowledge, yeah.
That is why I'm trying to create a legacy for myself. I'm trying to work as hard as I can to make sure that I know everything so that I can teach someone. If he leaves me or she leaves me, I know that I'm covered. I don't need anyone to help me. I don't need anyone actually to work on whatever that I'm going to be working on.
You can still do it yourself.
I can still do it myself.
And you've empowered someone.
So many people.
Wow.
I run, it's more like I'm running Orange Farm, the township that I'm from.
Yeah.
I've changed a lot of people's lives there and there, because mostly I'm not focusing more in music only, but in filming. So I have changed a lot of youngsters' lives when it comes to acting, music, actually media as a whole.
Wow.
So I've tried by all means to make sure that I don't look up for myself, but also for other people, you understand? So I don't want to make it alone. I want to make it with other people.
Does your mother know that you are multi-talented?
She's very proud.
Is it?
I don't want to lie. She's a very proud mother. She's very proud of me, because even when I'm trying by all means, I do things in a good way. I get stuck there and there, but normally I do bounce back, and she supports me a lot. I don't want to lie. She supports me a lot. When I'm running short of capital somewhere, somehow, she's the one who will be like saying, no, my son, let me just meet you halfway. Let me give you this. Let me give you this. And also when I get money or when I'm loaded, I will never forget such a soul.
Pay back the money.
Pay back the money. She wants me to pay back the money, and the money that she needs as something like that.
When you speak to dear mama, how do you address her?
Like how?
Like what do you call her? Do you call her mama or what do you call her?
Ndwana.
Yeah? Oh, yeah?
That's how I call my mother.
Yeah.
She's more like a friend, because I speak almost in day ning, and I talk to her about a lot of things. We help each other there and there. That is why I take her as a parent and also as a friend.
Also as a friend.
Yeah, because I grew up next to her. She's the one who raised me. I didn't grow up like with my father. My father didn't raise me like my mother did.
Like your mother did.
Yeah, but it's not like I don't have a relationship with my father, my biological father. I do have a relationship with him. But normally my mother is the one who's more closer to me than my
Ndwana is the one.
Ndwana is the one.
Ndwana, a very good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Africa at Play. Siyaphila kunjani?
Siyaphila. Thank you very much, guys. Ngiyabonga. Ngiyamthanda kakhulu. I love you, my son.
Thank you,
And
Mom.
uyangirespecta kakhulu. And umsebenzi wakhe akawenzayo. That's why ngi-supportive kuye, because uyiyo yonke into kini, na the way ekhule ngakhona ngisafara naye, nomsebenzi akawenzayo ngiyawuthanda because uyaconcentrate entweni akayenzayo. Ngiyabonga Nkosi yami, ngibonga kakhulu uNkulunkulu ngoba yisukuhlakanipha kwami kumusa wakhe.
Wow, thank you so much, Ma. So, ufuze wena?
Akuze mina kakhulu nami ngiphila ngebusiness ngizange ngisebenze kulungu. Ngisebenza kancane nje. Ngisho siphiwe kwi-business mina naye mfuza umama.
Wow, super exciting indeed. So, just rely on yourself. Mtwana is on the line. What would you like to say to dear Mama?
This is the surprise this guy was talking about. This is the surprise. Now it makes sense. No, I just want to say I love you, Mom, so much. And you've been a good mother to me, and you continue to be umamo writing me, and I'm still going to make you proud. You know that I work hard. I don't sleep. I sleep every time around 4 o'clock. Yep. She knows I don't sleep because I just want to make sure she lives the life that she wants. She's living life I turned out, but I want to be beyond. I just want to make sure that I make her proud even more than that, because every time when I get a lot of stress. Give her stress because I don't think about me, I only think more about her and my younger brothers. You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm heavy. Yo, I didn't expect it.
Mama, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ma. That was the mother to our African artist of the day, J. Roy. He says it stands for just rely on yourself. This man is multi-talented. He can do it all. And I want to break down things that you can do and also get to understand if there's courses that you had to go through, or it's just natural intelligence of going on a PC and you start figuring things out. How did you get there?
Honestly, I've never went to school for production. I've never done sound engineering. I've never went to people to teach me how to do my work. I started doing filming last year. My first movie that I shot is at 200,000 views.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's at 200,000 views in less than a year.
Yeah. What's it titled?
Chingos.
That
movie, it's a nice movie.
Oh, yeah?
That was my first movie to shoot. And Nakona, at least I did manage to get to TSTV. It was played on TSTV, and I was very happy. It was very nice. It was a good feeling seeing the youngsters who started acting Galio movie Leo being sing themselves actually on screen. And via music, I don't wanna lie, it has been tough for me. It has been tough. Yes, I do manage to pull out my strings, give on point, and just to stand out and make sure that I don't give up actually. Because now what I'm looking at, I've got Ingomezi 6 that I have to release now.
Yeah.
6 Afropop songs.
Under the carpet.
And those are very nice songs. I don't want to lie to you. Very nice songs. People have been asking me, when are you releasing them? When I'm saying no, I'm always telling them that I'm still working on the budget. You cannot release music knowing exactly that the budget of pushing that music is not there. Now we work on our budgets now in order for you to make sure your content goes. I was lucky that my movie didn't cost me keep him alive for making sure with movie iyapambili, but ngomusa kaJehova neyidalo mina thina sabantu bama African people sibuyele emadlozini, you know. So it happened ke ukuthi iziphushele, people loved it, and yonke into nje. For now it's working for me. The only thing that I need kahle is the breakthrough. Like if I can get that, trust me.
Yeah, but it's coming.
Yeah, it is coming.
Yeah,
bit by bit.
It's a matter of time. I always say, if you can master patience, you can master everything in life. Because a lot of times when I see people break down, it's because they gave up just when they were about to make it. So if you can hold on to that patience and keep believing that good times will come, and tomorrow or an hour later could just be that time. So keep going. Tell us a little bit more about Chingos. What is it about?
Chingos is actually about the lifestyle that the Orange Farm young residents used to live.
Yeah.
They used to get, do you know Ipanga?
Yeah.
They used to carry those things. So me shooting that movie is not about actually portraying what was happening only, but I was exposing a talent that we have in Orange Farm. There's a lot of talent in that area. And I so wish that I can be the first person to bring change in Leandaulia. It's a good place with good people, talented people, business-minded people, but the problem is that they don't get what they want in order for them to succeed. Ichingos, that movie is actually focusing kakuli kuyo lento leyo ukuthi this is how the youngsters used to live. This is how they used to hate each other. They had ama groups. Yeah, understand. Kune group A for this section, group B for this section, and they didn't actually get along. They used to chase each other, not only chase each other, but they used to kill each other.
Yeah.
They used to kill each other. We were not safe at schools. Like where I was attending, we were not safe. They used to open maybe or bore a hole whereby they're gonna enter all of them, and they will torture all of us at school.
Yeah.
They'll make sure that the school is out. If the school is not yet out, they'll make a plan that the school is out.
And there were many.
There were many. I think each group had maybe more than 20.
Yeah.
Each group.
How's the situation now versus then?
Now we're at peace now. As soon as they killed the people who were actually the headquarters of that, everything went well. The leaders.
Yeah.
Some of the guys who is a leader of a certain group is in jail. The most feared died, which was his name was, I don't want to mention his name. That guy died, and he was the most feared guy in that place. Oh, he was the most feared. Even cops couldn't arrest him. The people who managed to execute him are the taxi, you understand those people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The multi-talented J. Roy, just rely on yourself.
Yes.
Ipinga featuring Mqele. Tell us about it.
Oh, it's Intombi Yami Nkangele Mini. This song is a mixture of it's more like a kaya rap, which was invented by MC Nhlaga, and the mixture of Afro pop. It has tradition inside. Ipinga, it's a song that speaks about Amapinga. When you go to KZN, you have a girlfriend and you are that shkr guy. Trust me, she's gone. She's gone. Normally amabhinqa bayithatha intombi zabantu mewukuthi ulahlile hayi uyomkhomba sebehambe naye just ngebrand hood nekavela nepolo done. God.
Ipinga, let's find out about Ipinga featuring Mqele, produced by the way by this genius sitting right there. Just rely on yourself, J. Roy. 16:20 Central African Time. Wow, what an awesome song. How important is it to not forget our native languages? You speak good English, but you're singing in isiZulu, and big ups for that.
Yeah, thank you so much. You do not have to forget language yakho. Having to forget your language is more like forgetting who you are. Because mostly in South Africa, the most dominating language is isiZulu. We all know that. So not only isiZulu, I'm not speaking on behalf of the Zulu people, but I'm speaking on behalf of everyone who is part of the 11 languages that we have in South Africa. It's very important to use your language so that people can relate to your music, understand? So that you can heal people and make people understand your music.
And I know you haven't released this song.
Yeah.
For those people who had that privilege of listening to it like us, what feedback did you receive?
I haven't released it, so feedback from the people that I played to, they love the song.
Yeah.
They were asking me, so why don't you release it for now on TikTok, just a snippet? I was like, after releasing it, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Nothing is going to happen. Yes, it will push and push and push. What am I going to gain from that?
Yeah.
Nothing. So it's better to release everything at once. Number one, you cannot release a song, then it booms. After it's booming, when you start to think of releasing a music video, it does not do well.
Good knowledge.
That is why I just need to release a song, music video, all at the same time, so that they can push actually at the same time, so that you can be able to make things happen.
Are you already working on the music video?
No, I haven't worked on the music video yet. I haven't made. I worked on a music video with Bethwell, which is a music video it's called Igama Yango Ngimthande Njalo. That is the only song that we worked on for now. Then from now going onwards, we're gonna work on other music videos because all these songs that are good. I don't wanna lie to you. We've got so many good songs. So I was planning on working on recording more songs. If I can release maybe 6 songs per year, it's going to be an achievement for me.
Wow.
Yes.
And your listeners, and even those that are listening to this conversation that loves your work,
Okay.
what feedback have you received under General on your social platforms?
It's nice having to get a feedback from somebody telling you that you are his role model. I've been having so many people telling me that I'm their role model. They love my music. They want to be like me, you know. And lapo they taking me as someone who's very big. Can't mean I'm just a normal guy.
Yeah.
I have a good personality. I speak to people, you know. I don't have that negative energy towards people. Because when I meet people at the mall, they'll be like, hey, J-Roy, how are you? I am good. Sharp, hey, man. You're such a good person. Unlike when we see you in the photos, I'm like, no, man, I'm just like this.
Yeah.
I'll never change.
Yeah.
They'll be saying, Imali amshinju muntu. No, even if you have money, you don't have to change who you are. You just have to change the way you do things.
Yeah.
That is the only important thing. But the feedback that I'm getting from my friends, is very positive.
Those people that we've seen on the ground with nothing, and eventually they ended up with a lot of money.
Yes.
And they started changing their behavior, started changing how they do things.
Yes.
What could have influenced them if money really does not change a person?
Some of the people actually hide who they are up until they get to a point whereby they feel comfortable. When you have money, you feel comfortable. Am I lying? You will be comfortable.
Yeah.
So that's where they start actually revealing their true colors. And secondly, if you're not used to certain amount of money, and then when you get that money, you will feel like you're owning the world, not knowing that money is just
Yeah.
you will die and leave it there. And also how you were raised. The most important thing is the family that you were raised in. If you were raised by a peaceful family, a family that shows you how to live with people, you will actually do good things. But if you are raised in a family of greed, obviously you will never know you understand. So if you were raised a family you know that your mother, when you're doing something wrong, he brings you back and no, my child, learn to live with people. If you had never taught that thing, trust me, you will never know how to live with people. Mostly abantu who are facing the same problems are those people who are always indoors. You know, those people who are always closing themselves indoors.
Yeah.
They don't get to interact with people and get to know how to live with people. Those are the people who face actually difficult challenges when they have money. They feel like they're owning the world. That's why you just need to go out and experience life and get to meet different types of people so that you can interact with them.
Good knowledge. Ngishona lena, which direction are you heading to?
Success direction.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this one speaks about love, but love is for me.
Yeah.
I do have love, too much love, but ngishona lena ngifuna uthando, but mina angishona lena ngifuna imali this time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I need money this
Let's
time.
find out which direction is he going to find this money. Fortunately, we know it's not going to change who he is.
Yes.
And Central African time, we're still chilling with the African king, and that is J-Roy. Just rely on yourself. Do you look at yourself sometimes, looking at your multi-talents and think, hi man, I'm a genius?
I always, every time, I always look at myself like on the mirror when I'm done bathing. Most of the time when I'm combing my hair, when I'm wearing my clothes, I'll be like, is this really me?
Yeah.
Because it's not easy for somebody to have such a mindset, such a talents that I have. It's not easy. Because mina, I can do almost everything on my own. So I always look at the mirror and say, I'm really proud of myself. I always maybe sometimes sit on top of the couch and be like, I'm really proud of being J-Roy doing Gakon. like akusinoma ubani khona abafisa ukuba njengami. There's a lot of people who wishes to be like me, a lot of people. So I'm really proud of myself. Each and every minute, every second, every day, I will always be proud of myself. Even if I fail on doing something, I'm always going to be proud of who I am, because I know that when I push, I make sure that I don't give up at all times.
What triggered music in your mind to say you are actually an artist?
Hey, okay, I think what triggered me is when I was a kid. When I was in grade 3, I used to sing music nyana, those songs that were taught at the crèche, you understand? I used to sing those songs just playing, not knowing what singing is. There's a woman who used to say to me, hey man, when are you can sing?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not Tulela. I was a kid and knowing nothing.
Yeah.
Then the more I grew up, and then I met guys who usually told me, good man, why don't you get into the studio and get in the studio actually and start producing or recording music?
Yeah.
I was like, where will I start? That guy told me, no, I'm a producer, I can help you. Really? Yes, I'm a producer, I can help you. Okay, sharp. And then we went into the studio and then we recorded our first song. It was not Ayoba, man.
Yeah.
First time for everything, you know. They usually criticized me at school. They'll be like, when I'm playing my song to them, they'll be like, hey man, you're dope, you're dope. Immediately, as soon as I move away from them, they'll be like, hey, this guy is nonsense, singing nonsense. You know, hey, this guy is singing nonsense.
Yeah.
And not knowing that I can hear what they say.
Yeah.
I was like, I know, this guy, he must leave recording music, man.
Yeah.
You know, you learn as much as you grow in whatever that you do. There'll always be that there's first time for everything. You'll make mistakes. You'll do things just because you're actually growing. That's part of growth. You understand?
Yeah.
So what triggered music, putting into music, is when I met Uzera, which is Mukela Sedikotla. He was my first producer. I learned from him. That was my first and my last producer.
Yeah.
Then when he was doing beats, I was always behind him, like having to look at how he structured the beats, how he does the beats, instrument mastering, vocal mastering and stuff. Then up until I got to where I am, knowing exactly that I know how to do music, I know how to write, I know how to compose beats and everything, man. Yeah.
You could have easily broken and decided not to continue with music when you overheard your schoolmates saying, this is nonsense, this guy must just quit. But here you are, you kept on pushing, and look where you are today.
Yeah.
What kept you going under those circumstances? Because negative feedback can just destroy someone.
What kept me going is something that is natural, that I cannot explain. When something is a calling to you, whatever difficulties that you're facing, they will never overcome you. The difficulties will never overcome you. If into ubizo that it's a gift, you will never give up. Whenever they try to actually destroy you, they will never. Because after those criticism that I had from those guys, it was really difficult for me. But I did manage to say, let me just bounce back and focus on myself, focus on building myself, on improving on what I do. Then after that, I did manage to push and push and push up until I got to where I am. You understand? So that's how life kept me going. It's a calling. It's not something that I decided to do. I never thought of being a musician. Actually, let me just tell you, I'm a goalkeeper. Ne?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm a goalkeeper. You remember that celebrity football games?
Yeah.
Hosted by Big Zulu Maskandi.
Yeah.
I'm a goalkeeper for hip hop.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I'm a goalkeeper for hip hop.
How many goals have you considered so far?
Actually, how many goals? I think it's throughout the whole tournament. I think it's 2. 2. Only 2. And then for the first time when I was a reserve goalkeeper, we were the hip hop was leading 3 goals again. 3 goals into 2 for Maskandi. Maskandi was having 2 goals and hip hop had 3 goals. It was, I think, around 80 minutes till at the end of the game. Yeah. Then the goalkeeper was lacking. You understand? He was lacking.
And
then
you came in.
I told them that, guys, no, I can do this. They're like, I know you are very short. You cannot. I was like, no. Let me get inside the pitch. You'll see what's gonna happen. Yeah. Like, no, I'm in. Then Java came to me and said, "Are you sure?" Yeah. I said, "Yes, I'm gonna do it." And then he said, "Okay, goalkeeper, come out." And Rashid K and then I went inside the pitch. Immediately after entering the pitch, penalty.
Yeah, and you saved it.
Guess who took the penalty?
As Java?
Tuzopala.
And you saved it.
Yeah, I saved it nicely, and I
Yeah.
surprised everyone.
Yeah.
I surprised everyone, and they won 3-2.
Wow.
Then we final. After going to the final, Luandro Nkulu
Yeah.
considered an own goal. We lost 1-0.
Oh, London was in the mix.
I knew if we were going to go for the penalties, I was going to come with 3 penalties.
Yeah.
I know myself.
As we wrap up this conversation,
Yes.
I mean, you get to rub shoulders with fellow artists who are also doing well. Abos Java, Luandrunkulu. What conversations do you have when sitting around?
When I'm with the guys, there's nothing much that I speak to them. You understand? Because most of the time, you know how big artists are towards upcoming artists. They will be having positive conversations towards each other as much as they are big artists. They will never speak to you mostly about how to improve yourself as an upcoming artist. You understand? So, Mina, I've never learned anything from them. I've learned nothing. I'm going there just for fun, to have fun. You understand? Even if people come next to them, like they'll be like, "Can I have a picture?" I don't take pictures. I won't lie.
Yeah.
Up until the guy comes to me and say, "Let's take pictures." The only person who said to me, "Let's come in and take pictures with me," is Umzukulu, the Maskand artist. It's Casper, aka. And Blakey, I think, to mention a few. Those are the guys who came to me and said, "I mean, brilliant work. Come, let's take a picture." They don't even know a single song of mine.
Yeah.
My main goal is that I want to play football with them and meet with them in the industry.
Yeah.
Together as big artists.
Good knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
And one day they'll request you for a collab.
They will request. I'm definitely sure of that. They'll request for a collabo, but according to Umundeng, I'm not a person who I'll be like, "Hey, when I was down, you never." In order for you to grow, you just have to say, "No, let me just push with them."
I want to continue, but the clock says no. Quick one. I love her like that. Ngimthande njalo.
This song was actually written for someone else. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a person who I used to date back then, but now we're no longer together.
Eish.
Into zomhlaba,
Yeah.
things happened. What happened, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what kwenzakaleni. So it just happened.
Does she know that you wrote the song for her?
I don't know. I never, I released the song when we broke up with her.
Oh.
And the song was supposed to be played for her. She knows the song.
Oh,
She
okay.
definitely knows it.
But she just doesn't know
She
that
just doesn't know
it was
that-
meant for her.
Yeah, it was meant for her. She knows herself. If she's listening here,
Yeah.
she definitely knows herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was the first person who you write a song about. If a woman is treating you well, she's a good woman towards you, you can do good things for her. I've done almost a lot for a woman to show appreciation, understand?
Yeah.
Even recorded a song. That's for the first time I did that for a woman. I've never recorded a song for a woman.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be specific, Guti, this is your song.
Yeah.
But I told her that this song, I did tell her, I think I did tell her,
Yeah.
I told her that this song was dedicated to you.
Yeah.
This is a song where she was like, "Oh, this is a nice song." She loved it. But me releasing the song, it was another story. We were no longer together. But
Yeah.
that's how life it is.
That's how life is.
man.
Yeah. Your final word?
My final word, actually, I just want to speak to the upcoming artists. Not only artists, actually, everyone who's trying to reach their goals. It's not a good thing to give up. Always, never stop trying. That is the word that I can leave them with. Never stop trying, because you will never make it if you continue having to deal with depression. Depression is something else. I've seen a lot of people going through depression. So now what I want to say to them is that you have to continue trying. Never stop trying. Anything can happen. Me now, I'm 27 years old this year. I've been trying and trying. And trust me, I told myself at the age of 30, I want to make sure at the age of 30, I have made it. And I will.
Yeah.
Everything that I say I want to do, I achieve. If I say I want this, I achieve it. If I want to get this, I get it. If I want equipment, I make sure the little sense that I have, I make sure I invest in what I love. So always make sure ukuthi you invest in what you love, never stop trying. And number two, the last one, not number two actually, the last thing that I just need to tell the people, never worship alcohol more than your future.
Beautifully said.
Never worship alcohol more than your future. If you want to make it in life, make your actually put your energy more into driving to making sure that you reach the destination that you want to be at. Because now most of the youth that we have, not in South Africa only, but broadly, like it can be around the world, people worship alcohol more than a future. People use the money that they need to invest in alcohol more than their future. People spend thousands and thousands on alcohol more than investing in. I'm not saying don't drink. You can drink, but always make sure that you do everything the strategy. You don't just do. Never do things to impress your friends, knowing exactly that they are killing you. Friends will never be there if you fall in your life. But if you make sure that you work as hard as you can, nothing will ever stop you from living the best life that you want. Always make sure that you don't work hard, but you work smart. Simple as that.
Fantastico. J. Roy, thank you so much for pulling through to Africa at Play. Awesome conversation.
Thank you so much.